Where's the bookseller? Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century. An old diary. What does this This book contains unholy knowledge. The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion. What happened here? Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work. Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably. No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah. Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe. Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet? Arkham editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Things are not looking good. Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them. kind of chalice.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
The Queen has little protection. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection?
Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with...
Oh, of course. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr.
There's nothing we can do.
Very well. I'll... 30-year-old subject. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. His skin shows abnormal loss of color. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces, slight protuberances seem...
So, Doctor?
I'm not sure I have the necessary...
Don't say that. Your arm...
Some of his symptoms...
What did...
Did you examine his abdomen?
He hasn't eaten in days.
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your... Whatever it is. This...
Dr. Fuller said not to worry.
You know... In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes.
And yet, if there is a bone in this, what about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be...
I'm sure you'll find...
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but
He's constantly under perfusion. And you won't believe...
He seemed to feel better.
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, but that doesn't explain his...
I almost don't believe it.
What do you mean?
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. And this transformation...
Where could he have gotten...
I pray that it's not...
Dr. Colden, may...
What I'm doing?
Let us calm down, my dear. I've done to him what I do to all...
Your imagination is without limit.
There.
His limb... I don't know what experiment...
Oh, could it be you?
You are a brilliant physician, Doctor...
Fascinating. Your reaction does. It's your innocent worries for this.
For this man, and...
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world...
I will not let...
You disappoint me. In the meantime, take care of your...
Was that a threat? What?
It was a warning. My word is of no weight against his. If I can...
It's scandalous.
Oh, that evidence. I need to find...
And where would you find those?
I'd rather not think...
Of course, Doctor.
Hay fever. What's he doing here? He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
What's...
What are you talking... Yes.
It's the old...
What did you...
Nothing. Nothing at all.
And that's how...
Perhaps. I'll just...
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. Intoxication from breathing organic vapors. Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much that white froth. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do?
You did good work.
Thank you, Doctor.
I'll prescribe an In the meantime,
It'll be done.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission? Mrs. Sanders?
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, his potassium level is too high.
I'll tend to it.
Thank you. Gentlemen,
We're waiting on news regarding... She came in with a kidney...
I've tended to her. Her blood analysis... She's still recovering.
Oh, we'll wait for her to wake up.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan.
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island. The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly. Elizabeth?
Because, as always, and the water was one. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve?
I can't make these decisions without her. Anyhow, the boiler. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and in.
I see. Courage.
Thank you. Everything all right?
All is well, Elizabeth.
Thank God, no.
Come now.
I'm trying. Sometimes I am.
Courage.
Thank you. Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Dunn.
Nobody goes into... But rest assured.
That won't be...
I will...
The operating room is never accessible after an operation. This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete.
Thank you for your help.
Thank you. I'll be going. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with... In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room. The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait. I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool. I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Dr. Colden,
I was about to mention it.
I can't take this, Marie.
It's not your fault if we have
And yet, I'm the one who gets courage, Elizabeth.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Mrs. Donovan?
I'm busy. Elizabeth, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. But it's about the water.
What now?
It's off. It's not my fault.
Nothing is ever your fault. I told you to control the flow, even if I know it's not your strong point.
I've apologized 1,000 times.
I haven't counted that many, but then unlike you, I don't have time to keep track.
Please, Mrs. Donovan. I'm grateful to you for having kept me on despite that incident. I just need the water to be put back on. Otherwise, the bathroom will quickly become a nest of germs.
Very well. I'll finish what I'm doing, and then I'll fix your blunders once more.
Thank you, ma'am.
Out of my sight, go chatter with your colleagues. That's what you do best.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here. Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something. Patient files. I was right.
Conclusions, session number 17. Patient, Sarah Hawkins.
This finger belonged to a
The
woman.
patient appears to
Why
have
keep it
finally
here?
accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Why is Ethan on medication? Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection. I must go back to the basement. I should go another way.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Dr. Colden. Do you want something?
There's no way I'm leaving until I find what Fuller is hiding.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Dr. Colden?
Ah, now that's... I knew I could count on... It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Or I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points...
He's dead!
No.
Oh.
The book.
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
Now you won't be able to escape. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's. She was looking.
Sarah Let's go back to the start. Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to
Dr. Colden. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait! No one knows the occult. You might need...
All right. I might need you at...
Perfect. Let's now go!
Thank you, Drake. I pray that Colden is really here. And alive. An old diary. What the... Fuller, too. Right. Enough time wasted. Colden needs me. I must find her. No! No! My God! What is happening to me? What was that? It's as if I'd been transported somewhere else. What happened? Something has changed, but what?
Destiny, it has trapped you.
You are confronting powers that surpass you.